easy go.
Right guys, this is going to be another solo prestige Nightfall for the week. For those that are just interested in the run, then skip to the time on the screen. For the rest of you, I'll show you my modifiers, weapons, subclass, all of that stuff. As for the challenge card, we're using 0 handicap as we're just looking for a quick run. Solar Singe, heavyweight and momentum. So heavyweight and solar singe, they're our multipliers in the game, and momentum so that we can play aggressive, get our health regen, which I always use for all solos now, just about. As for subclass, we're using Void Walker. Even though we're going Solar Singe, we're still going Void Walker. The reason being is so that we can use Devour. Even though you put like a Solar Singe modifier on, if you pick a different element on your class, doesn't matter. You're not going to get a debuff in damage. It'll just do the base damage it would normally do without a singe. It's just basically, if I pick Dawnblade, then I'll get the buff, but Devour's just too good to pass up, so I end up using Void Walker anyways. We use Vortex Grenade, excellent grenade for area control. Empower and Rift, so we get our 30% increase for weapons. And Blink, we use Blink. As for armor, I went with Lunafaction boots. I don't have to. You didn't have to use these, just I happened to have them on at the time. I could have used something else. As for weapons, I'm using Old Fashioned and Manannan as my primaries. I make my Manannan arc because we are dealing with a lot of arc shields. So better to have something, if you happen to deal with a lot of shields of a particular colour, put that weapon on, even if it doesn't match your card, is the point. Okay, so I use Old Fashioned. The reason being is a lot of people hate on Devils now and say, oh, it's not good, it's a sloppy way of playing, etc. The thing is, Better Devils is still like a top tier weapon. Midnight Coupe, everyone believes is top tier weapon, like the best weapon in the game for hand cannons, and I would say it probably is, but it doesn't suit everybody. I don't like the 150 RPM archetype. I don't like spammy hand cannons. I do like DFA. If DFA had 13 in the magazine like Midnight Coupe, then I would say DFA is better for me because I like its archetype. I'm not questioning to say that Rampage is better than Explosive Rounds or Explosive Rounds better than. Doesn't really matter. The point is everyone has different playstyles, and I've started to levitate to Old Fashioned. I quite like the way it feels. I like its RPM, and it has kill clip on it, which I like kill clip on a hand cannon. So kill clip is a 50% increase in damage after you reload after a kill for about, I think it's 3 or 4 seconds. Not sure the exact time on it, but yeah, I use Old Fashioned. As for the power weapon, which is the main reason for the video, we are using Black Spindle, which is now known as Whisper of the Worm. For those that have never played D1, which there is players in D2 that haven't played D1, truth, basically this was a gun from D1 called Black Hammer. It was from Crota's End. It then changed in King's Fall days to Black Spindle, which was then like a secret mission hidden in a daily mission, a daily heroic mission, which then led to like a Tanix type Nightfall strike, but it was taken. So this perk here, White Nail, for those that don't know, like it says, you get a higher base precision damage, and when you rapidly land 3 precision hits, it'll refill your mag. So this weapon works like a weapon would, like in a Rift, where you get constant reloads. Thing is, you don't need a Rift up, you don't need a Rally Barricade up. As long as you're getting your precision hits, it'll keep proccing. The thing is, it'll pull those bullets from your reserve. It won't pull them out of thin air. In D1, it used to pull them out from thin air, so you would have basically unlimited ammo if you just kept hitting crits after crits after crits. Not like that now, but it doesn't matter. It's still such a powerful gun. It has armor piece and rounds on it also. Mulligan, which is nice on this weapon because you can sometimes miss. And fitted stock. That's the weapons and modifiers and everything. Let's on with the run. As soon as I got the Whisper of the Worm, I wanted to see what it would do to this boss 100%. Because I knew how powerful it was. Which people thought Darcy was strong, but the thing is with Darcy, people don't realise it's a high rate of fire sniper. It's a very low impact. It's the box braving that makes it good. Whereas with Black Spindle, well, Whisper of the Worm, it's a very high impact sniper. So it's when it gets box breathing, it's going to even be more powerful than it is right now. So, and even right now, it's insane. This will be the first room that we deal with, as always, on Inverted Spire. I like to do a dodge there to make sure my Sparrow doesn't blow up. Blink my way down, and then this is just going to be a big long devour chain once I melee in. I like to do an Empowering Rift back here, and then I can just kind of take cover while I take all the goblins. Plus they stand and they group up in a nice spot if I come back here. These Hydras get one shot. What's that, 34k shot there? Yeah, they're one shot. This gun. I can finish off the rest of them. Like I said, just a big long devour chain for these. Makes it super easy. Don't pick up all ammo because I've only got 4 sniper shots, which is not good enough, but there's plenty of bricks for me on the floor. And then we come to the jumping section as well. I have to be careful here with having blink on as well. Make sure timer blinks properly so I don't fall off or something. As soon as we get down onto this section, I can spawn my Sparrow up right away. Now, as we all know by now, there's going to be 2 mages to kill. On this rotation, there's one in the right side building and one on the docks. Whereas on a different rotation, there's 2 buildings, so they're usually in right and left. But this is the Vex rotation, so it's different. I like to take out this sniper first, and the Colossus that's going to spawn right now. Seems to do 34k to all mages, basically, all orange bars. Damage it does to 29k to a yellow bar. Okay. Once we've taken that mage out, we can work on the next one. Take his shield down first. One shot, easy. It's gonna become a great weapon for solo when night falls as well, because it does high damage at a safe distance. Some nightfalls it won't be as good as others on, but definitely going to be top tier. I'll be trying to do a solo with this weapon every week, I would say. Try and one phase bosses. Okay, so when we come down this section, I can activate the lift, And I could technically just run round and round and round. If you're trying to do a run like this and you haven't got the heavy and you've only got maybe 10 shots, 5 shots, then you need to kill some ads. Which there is a couple of mages here to kill for bricks. As you see there, there's no requirement to kill ads, it's just a timer which is going up 60%, 70%. And you can, especially with momentum on, you can just run round and round and round. When it does get to 100%, be sure not to step through this portal too soon. If you do, there's an orange door here that you'll see, that you'll end up hitting that and dying basically. As soon as we drop down here we can spawn our Sparrow. Sparrow past all these ads. Now with it being Solar Singe, this section is deadly and there's RNG whether you get through or not, but there's things you can do to help get through. And what I start to do on the Solar Singe version is come down this way. And for whatever reason I never get sniped when I go this way, whereas if I go on the middle platform, I'm going to get sniped every other time. On Void or Arc it doesn't matter, but on Solar certainly does, 'cause they blow up your Sparrow when you're on it, that's it. Okay, so now I'm just trying to prime the harpies. I just want to keep one alive as I want to get into position. Now this isn't as easy as it looks. I do miss some shots as well. The reason why I'm here is so that the boss does not stagger me. So I come here, do a nade, power and rift. I miss my first 2 shots and then I hit 9 critical hits. So 9 critical hits and 1 grenade will kill this boss. So there's room for error because like you're seeing I missed my first 2 shots. But that's where Lunafaction boots come in, so it's more forgiving. If I never had Lunafaction boots on and was not perfect with my critical hits, I would have had to reload, and then you wouldn't have been able to one phase the boss on the first plate. You'd have been able to get him on the second plate though. But yeah, that was damage there with the Whisper of the Worm. Like I say, I'll probably do one each week with this weapon. But hope you enjoyed it anyways, thank you.